No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas offense will take the field first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming in this football game, like,
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Georgia sends out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Lewis to throw. A little release to the back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The short hands. It's Mark. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. The give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. Running through contact. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. To throw, it's Lindsey. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. It looked like it had a chance to be good.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rides the back and leaves it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught near the sticks. It's McCutcheon. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll run it from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
They'll go right back to him. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the back. He's got him still on his feet. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my...
Touchdown, Texas! Great job by the back on the option.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Under fire. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The give is to Smith. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Lewis wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's McCutcheon. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. They're only 1 for 3 on 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got a man, it's Ferguson. At the 35, he's loose. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy if he wants to.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense has it, they're on the move. He's at the 50. The 30. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab on the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football, and scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wide receiver going in motion. Got it in the middle. It's McCutcheon. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Lewis to throw. That's caught. It's Marsh.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to... Breaks free in the middle. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Michigan. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets it out fast. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Rides the back on the option, the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. To the air, it's Lindsey. Working that left side now. He smashes his way through again. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to get in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
Turning it on! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now on second down. The play action fake. Rush is on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Lewis wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The offense staying out there. It's been a 50-50 proposition on 4th down. They're 2 for 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Marsh. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. The Longhorns are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. give to the back. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Steps away to find some room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Texas offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse. Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And he pulls it again. He's been doing it time and time again. This defense has not changed up enough the picture, the look, to make it harder for this QB to make different decisions or make difficult ones.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had the...
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Shakes off the defender. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Georgia going up tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah.
Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. On the move at the 30. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they give him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient, you want to finish the deal, but you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
The two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a Lindsay. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Complete on the comeback. Powers through. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has them setting up shop from there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That's caught. It's Marsh. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Fires to the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Lewis to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Looking for a man. It's Lindsay. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. One more play to pad the stats. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding